There we go. Took me a while just to see it on my end, but the CCA transition usually means we're ready to go. And we've got a matchup, one heck of a playoff matchup ready for y'all. It's going to be Penn State University Blue team against the University of Oklahoma, who's going to be bringing, quite literally, their A team. I'm Nito. I'm joined by Mewtwo on the mic on the other end of this metaphorical microphone.
Hello, Nito. It's first time commentating together, and I'm really excited that both of us get to be on the mic at the same time, especially for a PSU match. I personally am looking forward to watching PSU, but also OU Academy A because they're kind of playing under some very, very weird circumstances right now.
So, we're going to transition to the CCA weather forecast real quick, or the weather station real quick. So far, we're under the impression that the OU is currently under a tornado warning, so they have decided they're going to play anyway, which I highly respect, but I also question whether or not this will affect the way the stream goes. But, you know what? Enough of that. Everyone's here, both teams. We've got a matchup to come, and we've got a game one to start with. That's going to be on Rainmaker on Undertow Spillway.
Yeah, so I think this map is pretty. I think this map mode is a pretty interesting one. I think the last time I commentated this, it went into overtime and the Rainmaker carrier just got absolutely assassinated. So I think this map can be very fun for Zuka users. I definitely know Vapor is a big fan of Zuka's from what I could tell from being on the team with him, and I'm very excited to see what OU Academy A brings to the table tonight.
And of course, on the other side of this match, we've got Penn State, a team with lots of history behind them in the CCA side of things. I believe... Wow, I'm not doing well with coughs today, so I'm going to go ahead and apologize to the stream right now. And I'm going to cough at least more than... I want to say the over-under. I'm going to put it at maybe over 12. But... enough of cough betting. It's time to get to the matchup, which is going to start. Like Rainmaker, Undertow, Spillway, both teams ready to go.
Okay, as we see outside of PSU Blue triple, I'm very scared. I'm very curious as to why they're running this, but look at OU Academy A running that pencil range blaster comp, something that they are known for, flanked by that double shot, so we're going to see a lot of Zukas this game, Nito.
Goodness, that is... I'm counting it. That's 5 shooter weapons on this team. If you haven't seen enough of the shooter comp, we definitely gonna now. And I think this is gonna actually though, the Explosion specialty, that's one weapon they've made for the longest time of OU. We've got more or less the same. They actually have range blast them. That range blast is gonna do a lot of damage. Can do a lot with the wait for TC's blast from Destructo, who does a very good job getting teammates. Does a great job with 2v1s here. I think it's going to be some exciting stuff to see.
Oh yeah, definitely. And it appears that we see the Zap in mid playing for that cooler. We see just a bunch of team play happening in mid right now. And currently, well, I'm not going to lie, I can't really see much. Maybe Zuka's broke the stream, but I think the large amount of Zuka and I think the large amount of shooters really just made the stream go bye-bye. I think Nintendo's trying to look at the patch notes and make a quick fix right now.
Maybe the stream has something to say about the meta, and that's going to be all talk outside of the commentary booth, I think. But then again, I'm very open about things. But so far from what I've been able to tell, things have been starting to go on into a neutral battle here, except we got a few images from the stream here. I believe both teams have broken past the first checkpoint. Penn State currently holds the lead, but not by much, just because they got stopped at the checkpoint there. So both teams doing pretty well on the offensive side, but both teams have been able to respond to each other really well here. OU getting a double on Penn State, but Penn State looks like they're going to be able to continue this push so far.
Yeah, we see Hypnova and Vapor currently fighting the shot in mid, and it looks like PSU Blue is still pushing the Rainmaker very far, getting it to 24, which is a great lead for them. OU Academy is certainly gonna have to keep gonna have to make a huge push to happen right now. But I think now is the start of an OU Academy A push.
Indeed, it looks like. But with how far Penn State's been able to go with these last few pushes, it seems like Penn State's going to have a very dominant presence here in this game. We've yet to see how OU responds with this. They've gotten past the checkpoint, which is going to make it a little bit easier for them to get themselves close to the lead, possibly get themselves into striking distance. Halfway past the match to go. It looks like they've lost 2 players already. This is going to be a bit more of a struggle for OU as their push comes to an end. Penn State has the opportunity to respond.
Yeah, two Zukas really ready whenever, and OU Academy A just really has 2 guys that need that day to contest with, but also on top. Academy A might let them, and I think they definitely need to rely on more in order to get the coolers or a push.
Absolutely, there's a lot that pencil can do, not only with that special, but with how that weapon is designed. I mean, I'm surprised there is a full capacity magazine weapon in Splatoon. That way, if you miss a few shots, that means you've got 2 shooter weapons, you've got a range blaster. That's a lot of backing up you can do, a lot of assists you can make there. But that is going to be huge for the side of OU, but they're still struggling to find themselves past this. Holding on tight. So that CCA Twitter account. So it seems like they're still doing pretty well. 47 seconds to go, and they are holding on strong.
Yeah, it looks like it's just a constant struggle in mid right now. No team really has complete control. We see Kibi on, I believe, PSU Blue's low flank, trying to make something happen. And as we see, it appears that OU Academy was really trying to make a real good push right now, but PSU Blue was able to stop them just barely by the skin of their teeth. Looking at the 6-point difference between OU Academy A and PSU Blue, OU Academy A is 2 down. Vapor through the storm out, and they're going to let the Rainmaker just reset back into mid. Oh, but no, they grab it! And game 1 is going to PSU Blue.
Yeah, that was going to be almost a very dangerous reset there.
Unexpected loss in the regular season, losing 3-4 to the VCU Big Fat Sea Cows and OU Academy A. You know, just kind of cruising into these playoffs positions, with their last 2 matches being a 4-2 against Drexel and 4-1 against Banana Split, respectively. And as we see, PSU Blue just needs to, their keys to victory, lock in, listen to each other, and combo specials. That's definitely something Vapor would write, so I would know. And compared to OU Academy A's keys to victory, force my team to copy Area Cup strategies, force my team to play meta weapons, and have Destructo carry us. Truly what you expect from a Division 1 CCA team.
Force my team to play meta weapons. I mean, that... At least you're honest about it. That's all I could really say. But Penn State looks like they've got a bit more structure maybe to their keys to victory. Lock in, listen to each other, combo specials. That is extremely important, and especially when you have a special like Inkstorm on the side of Vapor with that Explo, or at least sometimes it's rain. Sometimes it's probably going to be splashdown. Might be splashdown. You know more about this than I do. But right now, with what I saw with the rain, there's definitely some opportunities there that we can see from these specials as we get to Game 2, which is going to be Clan Blitz on Museum D'Alfonso. We'll see what weapons they pull out here and see how they can work with each other. That's going to be 2 gals actually on the side of Penn State, and OU opting to stick with more of the same. They keep those 2 Zukas, and actually might be the regular blaster. No, that's still range. That's still range.
Yeah, very, very interesting comp change on the side of PSU. You went from 3 shots to 1 shot, but now 152 gal and 196 gal, who are obviously trying to perform some crack and cheese. We see 1 down in mid, 2 down on the side of PSU Blue, 2 down on OU Academy A, 3 down on PSU Blue, and might just be a wipe right now. The last one's Vapor, and they might try to start pushing him on the plat. Vapor is desperately trying to play defense before their team can just come back in and get a 3 down on OU Academy A. What a great stop by
PSU.
PSU.
Holding on strong against OU, and what could have been very dangerous there for PSU Blue. As we see Nicky here start to make a move. Actually, almost all of Penn State starting to make a move up. They know the opportunity right in front of them. Both teams though going 2 players down. Lestructo and Nowhere ready for whatever they might bring. Lestructo though goes down quickly. Snow is also getting ready to push. I mean, they have 1 power clam in there, 7 for J. This is going to be a huge push if they can get this down, but Snow gets a little bit too eager there, goes down, 3 players are surrounding them. Here comes Azuka from Imperior trying to get something going, or at least 1-2 few picks, but ultimately cannot find, those strikes cannot find the target. Both teams are still looking at a bit of a neutral battle here until Snow is able to say something about it. 2 players down, courtesy of Snow. 3 players actually.
Yeah, make that 3. Looks like 2 of the players were unable to find Snow, and he just got the delayed quad. Very good play by Snow, and it looks like PSU Blue were just able to score. They weren't really able to capitalize on Snow's kind of delayed quad. They're only getting 1 power clam, and we see Vapor by the block. Jumping out, he realizes that it's not a safe time to throw in my clams, and they will just create another opening later because of how strong their offense was.
Very strong indeed, and especially strong with Snow, proving to be so resilient here in this offensive attack. There are 3 players down already. Lestructo, left to their own devices, goes down almost quickly there. And Penn State looks like they're back on top yet again with the numbers advantage and possibly with another push on the way here. Watch for Snow, as Snow might be getting ready to use that block here. Actually going to get tried. Pretty good way going to get to that enemy spinner, but we see 2 players going down on the side of Penn State. OU knows this game is still within striking distance with halfway of the game down. OU knows they can still get something together, and claw their ways through to the lead.
Yeah, definitely, and I believe, like, if you really look at it, it seems that OU Academy A does have a cooler compared to PSU Blue that lacks the cooler, but PSU Blue just plays so much faster than OU Academy A with this constant pressure that they have. We see Snow again already trying to rush the plat of OU Academy A already. This man is just relentless, this man is fearless, and this man is kind of hot.
I mean, you might know more about it than I do. I don't know. I definitely don't know, so I'm probably going to take your word for it, but so far so good for Snow, who is able to get a few more picks down. That's going to make it even easier for Penn State, and that triple makes it all the more easier. Nowhere left their own devices. They're trying to defend these. Basket there isn't able to do so before Penn State gets them up to 43 remaining. That is a huge lead now. That lead went from 80 remaining to almost a bit of a mountain to climb here for Oklahoma, as they have yet to score a point with this matchup quickly approaching 1 minute remaining. You have to wonder if there's some desperation, or if they're starting to feel desperation, but they're starting to feel something alright, because they've got 3 players on the side of PSU Blue. OU is starting to look for their first push of the game, and this could be a big one if they can keep everyone up. There's already 2 players down, but Kibi able to respond. They've got some more pushes on the way. They've got 2 power clams. This could be big for Oklahoma.
Yeah, it appears that Snow got a little too eager trying to rush into them, and it looks like PSU is going to pay with 2 down. Looks like OU Academy, I believe, got 2 power clams in, but they don't really have much follow-up. It's 57-43. If they could get this jump in, it will be huge. They get the lead. It's 37-43 in favor of OU Academy A. It looks like 2 are down on the side of PSU Blue, but they might keep this push going.
And just when we thought PSU Blue could lock this one down, Oklahoma responds in the nick of time. Almost 30 seconds left on the clock, and now they're at 28 remaining, responding with a big push just when they needed it. PSU Blue is going to start to look at this and saying, now we're in the zone of desperation here. Now we're going to need to be the ones making the big pushes. We've seen how good Oklahoma is at the defensive side of things until Penn State was able to win that game 1 over them, but they've seen 2 players going down already. Penn State holding a numbers advantage for now. The game's going to quickly go into overtime. We see 3 players down already. It's going to be up to Nowhere on that Sniper Rider, who goes down as well. That penalty points are going to go away very quickly. The lead goes away quickly too, and Penn State survives a scare, bringing them up to 2-0.
That certainly was scary, but then again, you look at all the specials they had on board at the beginning of overtime, I believe. and they just had all of their specials ready. They had the whales, they had the Kraken, which was very, very helpful for punching those holes into OU Academy A's face. And I believe OU Academy A just kind of got a little desperate. At the beginning of the push, you saw Lestructo try and jump down and try and find a pick on the ball before they were able to, before they went down. We saw the Zukas firing at the stray ball instead of the active ball carrier. And I think they just kind of got overwhelmed with all the pressure that PSU was giving them. But then again, props to OU Academy A. They had the cooler ready, and when they made that giant push, the main reason behind it, the driving force, was that cooler, and then that allowed them, the OU Academy A, to see red for just a little bit and find all of those picks necessary. But unfortunately, they were unable to close out the game.
Well, I wanted to see if forcing the team to play meta weapons could work this time. Spot zones on Robo-Rom, and that's going to be a lot of sneaky spots for them to play with, and especially with Penn State, with how well Snow has been able to do, going around to the sides there and causing absolute chaos on the side of Oklahoma. But I want to look at these recent results here. So far, the only loss Penn State has gotten is to Big Fat Sea Cows, which is another very strong contender in these Division 1 within these Division 1 teams. So it's certainly not too shabby when you take them to a Game 7. Penn State looking at that 4-1 record and saying that's not going to tell the whole story. But Oklahoma holds a similar record. They are going to come in with 4-1, and it looks like they're certainly playing and bringing Penn State to a bit of a scare we saw in that last game. We're going to see what they can bring out on Game 3.
Looks like PSU Blue sticking to that comp that they won with last game, except look at Nikki. Instead of playing the 96 Gal deck, we just see the vanilla 96. And as we see on OU Academy A, they brought out their Gal and their Dually, so I think we're becoming more and more meta by the game.
Closer and closer to just seeing a sniper rider and triple shot from both teams. But so far, Penn State is going to say we don't need that because we still have our trustworthy comp. OU already 3 players down. Yes, the signature sprinkler. They're going on top of mid, by the way. As we see Penn State taking very aggressive positions here, trying to look for a lockout of sorts. They do at least have 1 player down, but they've got 2 players down themselves. Imperia is going to start to make some quick work of that crab. Might be able to get the zone here if they don't see any more contesting from Penn State. It's going to be a close one. They're still contested, though. As we see, Penn State actually takes control of the zone. Jay is able to get a clutch pick here with the Trizuka. Great stuff here from PSU Blue as they continue to hold on to the zone and get themselves closer to 100 to KO.
Yeah, we see Jay taking a fight with the Range Blaster. Hopefully he alerted his teammates to his presence, and they take out the Range Blaster, which is very big, and it looks like one goes down on the side of PSU Blue, but one goes down on the side of OU Academy A, which is not what you want to see. We see the crab from Imperior trying to paint the zone, but the Range Blaster does go down on landing, and the Gal goes down as well for OU Academy A. It is not looking good for them right now.
Penn State that much closer to an absolute KO. They have got it 3-0. More convincing than ever. Penn State holds on strong against OU Academy A. They're up 3-0, which isn't quite match point. This is going to be a playoff game, so they've got a best of 9 to look forward to. But you gotta imagine, things are certainly looking good on the side of Penn State. Their VC must be completely bright right now. I mean, OU looking just a little bit like they're struggling.
Yeah, like that game just, in my opinion, did not feel close. Every time OU Academy A just got into mid, they were able to neutralize the zone, but they were unable to cap the zone, and that just kind of shows the amount of painting power that PSU has with Vapor on the Explosher, and they are able to, Nikki with that vac is able to completely shut down anyone trying to fire at the zone from OU Academy A, and just retaliate back with painting the zone themselves with a potentially fully loaded vac. So as we see here, back to those keys to victory, maybe, forcing your team to play more meta weapons. Like we said, we see the Gal and the Dualies. Maybe we could have Lestructo, switch from that Range Blaster to maybe like a Splatter Shot, Be the Zuka bot for the team. Take that sacrifice.
It's starting to sound like Splatoon 2 play. Like, we're just going to have someone be the Ink Armor bot or something. But, I mean, I want to point out something very ironic here. We see in the little stat sheet that one of their best modes is Splat Zones. Which I should have mentioned that previous matchup, and by the way, both teams are already ready, going straight into Game 4 on Tower Control Mana Maria, but it's worth noting that, actually, one of PSU Blue's best modes is Tower Control, so if Game 3 was any sign, Game 4 should be another walk in the park for Penn State.
Yeah, and as we see for Penn State's comps, we see Nova sub back in, I believe, for Snow in, for someone, and for Nikki, and it appears that Jay is on a vanilla roller. I suppose Jay is a man of many weapons. Many weapons. And as we see one goes down on the side of PSU, we see Jay pushing him with that roller, trying to find someone, and it looks like he is unable to, and he just gets picked off immediately. The last one is Snow, who is just coming out of their spawn. Destructo's on that range blaster, who has a cooler buff ready, and then it looks like Snow just cannot contest a range blaster with that kind of height advantage, and with the splash damage that it provides. And we see the Wave Breaker trying to poke holes on, trying to get some free damage off onto the side of PSU Blue, considering that they cannot reach it so easily.
Penn State now on the other side, on the receiving end of the dominant pushes here, as OU currently holds on strong. 3 players down already for Penn State. Oklahoma only has Snow to look forward to, but there's nobody on tower to get themselves to that second checkpoint. They do get past that first checkpoint though, so it's going to be good. Destructo there gets a quick pick with that blaster, might make it too. Where Snow is currently having to deal with Kibi and Destructo. Snow actually takes out Kibi. Destructo cleans that up. They've gotten past checkpoint 2, making this much easier for OU as they get themselves actually closer to checkpoint 3. Imperial holds on strong. Kibi now able to bring some help. They can make it to they might be able to make it to checkpoint 3. No one's able to stop Kibi yet as they get to 20 remaining. Huge help needed for OU.
Oh yeah, huge play from Destructo. They're probably going to put that in their Splatoon 3 montage sometime soon. And as we see, PSU's trying to push, but Jay gets caught by an unfortunate bomb that he did not see. We see 3 down on side of OU Academy A, but here we see Kibi with their Zuka on the deck. They could use it at the checkpoint, and that's poor, helpless Vapor desperately trying to dance around it. As we see, Jay is helping Vapor avoid the Zuka by pressuring Kibi, and it looks like they do get a trade. 2 goes down on the side of PSU Blue. That's not what you want to see. Vapor is currently being pressed by a range blaster, and he's the only one left. Although he took him out, he's getting pushed by a dually, and that was just a little bit too much. Great double from Imperior.
I remember playing against OU Academy A at the Heartland Showdown LAN. Imperior is definitely something definitely a player PSU wants to be looking out for, as Imperior is just able to do so well once you get him going. I mean, just as we saw there, Imperior was able to make quick work of some of the players on PSU Blue. As we see Destructo there trying to make a move on Jay with the roller. Jay, though, able to respond. Both players going down, though. Penn State still struggling here to get themselves on the right foot. Oklahoma, and it's almost a complete turn of the tides here, as Oklahoma seems to be having PSU's number in this game. Even when this was Penn State's, according to the stats, this was Penn State's best mode here. So currently, OU looking very strong here. They've gone to 2 players down, though. 3 players. That's a delayed triple for Penn State as they look to get things going once again.
Yeah, we see Nova in OU Academy A Street right now. Jay goes down, I believe, on the other side. We see a grab from Imperior, and we see Nova trying to desperately get him, and they do, and it looks like 2 are down on each side, and Kibi with that Zuka is just trying to find Vapor, but Jay finds them first. We see Jay just helping Vapor out, you know, being the man who is able to provide that short range distance, close the gap between PSU and OU Academy A, and just wreak some havoc. Jay finds 1, but it doesn't really matter when 2 are down on the side of PSU Blue.
Yeah, that's going to slow things down for them. They don't have the numbers to continue this push, but Jay might be able to change that. Kibi goes down to the roller there. So at least help things out for Penn State. At least get them back, give them some breathing room here as they try to get things going once again. We see Jay on the court area there. That's going to be a good spot for Jay. That way we can leave them to watch all the ledges there. But so far, so good for Penn State, though. Although they are looking at a sea of blue here, OU is going to start taking advantage of that sea of blue. Kibi right in front of the tower, going to try to challenge it. So far, contesting it. and actually goes up to 35 remaining. So far, both teams trading picks at the tower. Snow and Imperior having to do a little 1v1 there to try to contest that tower. Vapor tries to go down, provide some help, goes down immediately. Jay able to provide a double there. Huge push for a huge opportunity for Penn State to keep things going. Snow still holding on to the tower, going to be forced to hop right out. 3 seconds left on the clock. This game is going to be going into overtime.
Yeah, but 2 are down on the side of PSU Blue. The last one is oh my goodness! It looks like PSU Blue might take the lead. Unfortunately, if Kibi stops them, if Hypnova can stay on the tower for long enough, they're able to. Oh, PSU Blue takes it. Oh my goodness! PSU Blue is up 4-0 now. If you're OU Academy A, that has got to be the most devastating game that they have played so far in this entire set.
No. Those are always the harshest losses to take. I mean, you're going into overtime thinking, okay, we've got 20 remaining on the board here. This is an easy game for us if we just maintain ourselves, keep steady, hold on, just take control here. Let's keep ourselves comfortable. But so far, Penn State has been proving to come in clutch time and time again. We saw it in Clam Blitz on Museum. We saw it here in Game 4. And now, even though OU had their number for the majority of the match, Penn State is match point. They are 1 game away from moving on to the semifinals. That has got to be huge if you're Penn State. And if you're OU, one thing I gotta hope for is that you just aren't overthinking yourselves. This is still within your reach.
It totally is. You know, they had that Clamblitz Museum game and they had that last game on lock, but unfortunately, some slip-ups, some mistakes happen that you can't really let manifest in your head. You can't let that sit in there because you need to move on to this game on Rainmaker Humpback Pump Track. I think definitely you just need to watch out for some really good Kraken riding on the side of PSU Blue if they decide to go that route. But no, it appears that Nikki has not subbed in, we will not see a Kraken, but we will see a bucket on the side of Kibi. I'm excited to see how they play that one out.
Nice little bucket there from Kibi. I mean, they're using the V slosher here to at least keep the tri strikes with them. So that will at least provide them a similar special to what they've been using. The slosher there is just because it seems to be one of the more favorable weapons, but not quite favorable enough. OU going 3 players down right off the gate. 60 remaining for Penn State as they clear the first checkpoint, but they do have 2 players going down. Currently, Vapor looking at a 3v1 if they can get themselves close enough to it, but they do get 2 players down with the Rainmaker. I mean, that is huge for a push that almost looked doomed there, and it might still look doomed as we see OU still able to get some picks, try to soften the blow here, unless Penn State is able to pick up that Rainmaker again.
There is no softening right now, and it looks like it's a delayed wipe on the side of OU Academy A. PSU Blue is just running with this thing. Nova getting the Rainmaker down to 28 on the side of PSU Blue. Who is that up there? Is that Snow? Snow was able to find Noor on the side of OU Academy A, and he is just still in their base. Oh my goodness! And it looks like PSU Blue is just pushing the Rainmaker, and they're gonna KO it. That was wow. PSU Blue just takes it 5-0, and they are advancing to the semifinals, signed, sealed, and delivered. Oh my goodness.
Okay, I don't want to sound cliche here, but for a team that is playing in the middle of a possible tornado warning, that is a gutsy move from OU, and I gotta respect them for still showing up, but my goodness, Penn State, no mercy on their side, because let's see, Splat Zones on Robo Ramen, that was 100 to KO, and then we see a Rainmaker Humpback, that's also 100 to KO, and then the rest of the games we'll let OU get this huge lead, but watch out in overtime, because we're going to come back and steal it. But my goodness, this is no mercy from Penn State as they win this set 5-0, getting themselves onward to the semifinals.
Yeah, gotta give credit where credit's due, but I'm also gonna give some credit to OU Academy A. You know, like you said, playing during a tornado warning is not really something I had in my CCA bingo card, but having to play in a tornado warning and also just going toe to toe with probably one of the people's favorites team to win the entirety of CCA Division 1 PSU Blue. Although it says 5-0, it really didn't really feel like a 5-0. Some of those games were really, really close, like that Clam Blitz Museum game and that TC Manta game, but unfortunately PSU Blue was just able to just really calm themselves, calm their nerves, and just be the better team at the end of the game.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, this is another example of the score doesn't tell the whole story. I mean, this is 5-0, but we can't forget that most of the wins Penn State got in this game were in overtime. I mean, if OU holds on strong, keeps themselves composed, we could be looking at potentially 3-2, 2-3 here, somewhere around these lines. This is still as close of a matchup as you can get, but ultimately it's going to be Penn State that takes this set. We're gonna wait for tomorrow to see who they will be facing off, as they'll be facing off the winner between Red Embers and CSULB Gold, both teams that are also strong candidates for the CCA Div 1 trophy. But so far, the night is going to be going to Penn State. OU still providing a hefty matchup here. I mean, I don't know. This is I don't know if I trust 5-0 here. If I'm Red Embers or CSULB Gold watching this, I don't know if I trust 5-0 here.
Yeah, I wouldn't be trusting that score either, but as we are getting ready, I believe both teams agreed to do a play all 9, but it is currently in the talks of whether or not we will carry through with this, because there is a tornado warning on the side of OU Academy A, and it looks like, for the safety of OU Academy A, they are not going through with the play all 9. Completely understandable. Safety comes first for the Splatoon game. But I mean, either way, it was just a really fun set to watch.
Oh, absolutely. No doubt there. That is a great matchup to watch, and I think with 5 games, we have plenty. So, Oklahoma, make sure y'all stay safe. Make sure y'all are staying nice and comfortable over there. But as for this matchup, that's going to be it for us. Penn State, once again, clearing this one with almost making it look... No, not actually. You know what? No, that's wrong. They didn't make it look easy. They made it look easy in overtime. OU still had... I want to say OU still had it close here, but at the end of the day, Penn State's going to be the team moving on. But I believe as for us, that's going to be it as we get ready for this next matchup that's going to be heading your way, which is going to be... And let me make sure I'm not mistaken here. That's going to be the NCCS Llamas versus Coyotes Blue. That's going to be here on YouTube. On the side of Twitch, that's going to be Goomies versus Bash in a Div 3 playoff set.
Very, very excited. Very, very interested to see how those matches go. But unfortunately, it is our time to leave the commentator booth. Even though I have super glued my butt to this seat, it appears that CCA does not care, and they are going to call the police on me if I stay here any longer. Nito, where can the people find you?
Alright, you can find me at Nito Unused on just about most social media platforms that the community favors. We've got Twitter, we've got Blue Sky, and we've also got Twitch on the rare occasion that I do stream. And if you want to find me elsewhere, I'm going to be finding some dinner somewhere. Where can the people of YouTube now find you?
Oh, I get it. So, I mean, I don't tweet. I don't really use my Twitter account, but you can follow my team Twitter at best SPL map mode, Triggerfish Zone Supremacy, and yeah, yeah, it is,
Sure.
So
we'll discuss this outside of the stream, but go on.
Yeah, but I think it is our time to go, and stay tuned, everybody. Do not leave just yet. We have one more match for you on the YouTube side.
Hello, everyone on the CCA YouTube of all things, not Twitch. Hey, it's me, Neptune, on coming from the production side here, and I am not alone in this brigade.
Yes, hello. Cygnus here, being on YouTube instead of Twitch. Very interesting change here, but we got a lot of matches here at the CCA this week.
Yeah, and today's match, right, is a quarterfinal match for Division 6 with NCCS Llamas versus Coyotes Blue. Both these teams here have had quite the history, and I believe they're going to be able to try and punch their ticket to the semifinals here in Division 6, and they're going to be starting the game on Rainmaker Undertow Spillway here, Cygnus. What are your thoughts on this map mode?
Yeah, well, this is definitely an interesting map mode seeing, especially for Game 1 right away, given how Undertow Spillway did just have the rework that occurred. I know it didn't change much, but it'll be interesting seeing how the teams adapt to having that new tunnel area, or whatever we're going to be calling it, underneath the glasses. I'm definitely going to be interested to see what adjustments, if any, teams make with this.
Yeah, definitely. The new adjustments to the map certainly are going to make things really interesting here, but hey, we'll see how that affects these two teams. They're locking in here, Cygnus. Coyotes Blue being on the blue ink side, while NCCS Llamas are going to be in the bright yellow. I say the colors are very fitting this time around.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, having blue being the blue team, couldn't have written it better myself. And looking at these comps, I definitely like seeing the Glugadooli's Deco coming from Coyotes Blue. It's a weapon I've always been interested in seeing what it can do, even though it hasn't seen that much general use yet.
Yeah, 100%. Gluga Decos is a bit of an underrated pick right now. You know, it still has the Zuka, right, which is what everyone likes to talk about right here. But hey, it's currently just a little bit of a scramble going on right now. That Raze is holding down this mid position here with this Squeezer, one of the most oppressive weapons in the game. They are juiced up, looking for an opportunity to go in, but this Rain is going to try to keep them out here, and it seems like it's going to be Coyote Blue's turn to try and make a push here, Cygnus.
Yeah, as we see, the Llamas did land a crucial Zuka, taking out the Octobrush player from Coyotes Blue. As Llamas are just coming in with a lot of pressure here. As we see specials popping, we have this crab tank in mid attacking the glass, just pushing forward, but they're not quite able to get the Rainmaker. But they get it there, but they go in 2 players to that Trizuka coming from Brines. That is a wipeout on the side of Coyotes Blue.
Yeah, definitely. A fantastic wipeout here from Coyotes Blue.
Wow.
From the Gluga's Deco as well. And this is going to secure the first checkpoint here, Cygnus. Fantastic momentum here coming out from Coyotes Blue here. Already going out. 3 members of Llamas are down here. They're going to run it here, Cygnus.
Yeah, they're coming in and pushing very crucially with that vacuum. Just supporting catch up there with the Rainmaker as he slams it down for the goal. I was going to say, reaching that first checkpoint reaches such a pivotal shift on this map, as just the direction that everything is going changes, and the key part of the map just changes completely from mid to that corner area. Just both sides have to adjust so much, and Coyotes Blue was just able to push their momentum so much. The Llamas had to take time to set their positioning, change their angle of what key areas they were approaching, and by the time they were able to do that, it was just too late. Coyotes Blue had the vacuum in place, just perfectly set to cover that Rainmaker.
Yeah, 100% there. You mentioned the map rework there, and that area that was previously uninkable has become inkable again. So, yeah, it's very interesting to see just how quickly of a push was able to just happen there. Previously, it used to be a massive pain point to try and get through that, because there were only 2 options. Go through that uninkable area, right? Risking your life to try and hopefully pray you don't get splatted while you're running the Rainmaker, or you have to go across the Grates area. And now, with those map changes here, we have that inkable area. Teams can move way faster and across and just get the knockout like we saw from Coyotes Blue there, Cygnus.
Yeah, it definitely makes the defenders have to put a lot more effort into pretty much resetting how they're structuring their defense in the game once the other team goes into that checkpoint area. That's for sure.
Oh yeah, 100%. But hey, Cygnus, that was only just game 1 here, and Coyotes Blue just came out here swinging like it's a boxing match here. And I'm curious to see how are they going to be able to carry this momentum here into Clamblitz Museum del Foncino, especially with some of those weapon picks like the Gluga Deco. Do you think it'll be coming back?
Yeah, it definitely would not surprise me to see the Gluga Deco Again, I know it's not Wall Booyah Bomb like the Vanilla Kid has, but it has a Trizuka, which is always good to have right now. And the player with it definitely seems to know what they're doing. I'm definitely expecting to see that back, but on the end, but looking at how Llamas can adjust here in Game 2 after taking the loss in Game 1, we're playing Claimless on Museum Delfontino. I definitely think Llamas playing patient is going to be a big key here. They're not going to want to rush into any overcommitments and just lose the claim economy early on.
Yeah, 100% here. You know, Clam Economy is definitely the thing that dictates the pace in a Clam Blitz match here, and I'm curious to see how they'll be able to handle it here, Cygnus. So we're going to be getting into game number 2 here. Both the teams are ready and loaded into this match right here. We see the ink brush coming out from the Llamas, and I think it's, what was it, the regular Octo Brush picked from Coyotes Blue rather than the Nouveau one. So yeah, you have a bomb and a zip caster this time around. So let's see how this affects the pace of the match here.
Yeah, definitely interesting switches. We're seeing Coyotes Blue definitely all pretty much converging around their own plat area to start their advance out into mid. I'm seeing a lot of movement together coming from them, and I'm very interested to see how the Llamas adjust to this approach.
Yeah, definitely. It seems like they're going to have a 1-for-1 trade. You're taking that Octobrush for the Squeezer right there. So, hey, that might be a good trade here, right here, just to be able to move up a little bit. But it seems like Dead Like Me on this Splat Duel is looking for an opportunity to go in. They are juiced up here, but are being forced to push back, given how much space Coyotes Blue is taking here.
Yeah, as we see Delphox just running in with that Octobrush, just immediately wreaking havoc, but Raze is able to get the key pick onto them. But Coyotes Blue still gets the score in as more members are just invading that plat of the Llamas with a lot of aggression.
Yeah, definitely. That was a little bit of a off the cuff there of a push there. You know, only a power clam was scored, so, you know, Llamas now has an opportunity to push in and use that pity to their advantage here, but no, it's going to be brush for brush here as Delphox is going to drop down on Albi from Llamas here and is going to be able to trade them out here as they also get traded back here. It is going to be a bloodbath in mid here as Coyotes is just going to be slowly getting these resources, right? Getting these clams. The clam economy that you mentioned here, that is oh so crucial to scoring on Clam Blitz, is slowly being built up here by Coyotes. It seems like these Zukas are going to be popped here to force Llamas back here, as this plat is only going to be held down by that crab tank.
Yeah, how this crab take manages to hold, you definitely want to get a pick there. And Coyotes Blue did go a couple down there. They're definitely losing members fast here. If Llamas are going to change the pace of this game, this is where they do it, as you see them going in. But no, their push is just barely stopped.
Yeah, Delphox on this Octobrush, probably going to be the MVP for this game, but wait a minute, it seems like one from Llamas was able to sneak in and just open the basket here, but this is not a good trade at all, Cygnus, because as Splatoon knows, they hate those even games, they hate the even numbers, so it's going to be given in favor to the Coyotes here, as they manage to keep the lead even after scoring an equal amount of points here, but 2 balls are going to be able to make it through, getting it down to 15 here, and now it's Llama's turn to play defense once again.
That's big.
Oh, and a wipeout from Coyotes Blue side, but the damage has been done here, Cygnus.
Yeah, definitely a big push by Coyotes Blue. In Clam Blitz, getting below that 60-point mark is always just such an important number to get through, because the other team then needs to get not 1 but 2 power claims to overcome that, especially with the penalty that the Llamas have from only having gotten 1 claim in on their first push.
Yeah, definitely. Llamas is playing a little bit behind, but what they can make up for it by just taking this map control, using this crab tank, try and get these members of the Coyotes off that middle spinner there, and Albi is sharking over here, looking for that right opportunity to come out of that shark and get a kill there. They're looking for 1 more, but unfortunately going to get picked up by the one and only Sunday. It is not on a Saturday, and just be able to stop him, but no, Dead Like Me managed to sneak by through and managed to get 1 more, but it's not going to be good in the long term here, Cygnus.
Want to sneak in. Yeah, Llamas are just doing whatever they can, just getting in whatever baskets they can, but they're only getting 1 power clam in at a time. It's so far all their scores have been 1 player sneaking sneaking in without their team being able to support them, and that's definitely hurting Llamas in the long run as they're not able to capitalize on opening the barrier with anything else.
Yeah.
But we see Llamas here regrouping, hoping for one more push with 2 power claims at the ready, but will they be able to capitalize on it better this time?
It doesn't seem like it, but wait, 2 are down from Coyotes here. It's going to be Bronx on the Luga Deco here. Wait, there's super jumps happening here, Cygnus. Let's check this out. We're looking over here. The Rays is going to be able to get their power claim in. Albie is coming in with their for rolling over the opposition and taking the clams in there and giving the lead.
Incredible swing in the tournament events. This just shows you don't need a Kraken to make a good super jump play. Just some clever positioning, just having one player close to the base that's well hidden just enough to get those jumps in can make all the difference here in Clam Blitz. And no lead is ever truly safe.
Yeah, no lead is truly safe, Cygnus. Couldn't have said it better myself here, as we're about to enter the one and only legendary Clams Cursed overtime here. 20 clams to Coyotes' name. The Zipcaster is going to be popped here, but Coyotes is going to hold strong. But no, it's going to be 3 members of Llamas down with only 2 members here. They have to score now here, Cygnus. That overtime clock is ticking. Wait, Sunday's gonna climb on top of this spinner here. Roll it in a little bit there. Put in both the power clams. It's not gonna be enough here. Both the clams are scoring here. Coyotes is just barely not gonna be able to pull through.
Oh my goodness, that is 1 clam away from Coyotes Blue making this 2-0. But instead, that wipeout was just too deadly. There is not nearly enough time in overtime for them to be able to regroup with another push. And the Llamas have even to set up at 1 in just a spectacular turn of events in this crazy Clam Blitz match.
Crazy Clam Blitz match is, I think, the understatement of the year here. Hey, it doesn't matter what division you're playing, right? Whether this be Div 6 or Div 1, a Crazy Clams overtime push and bringing it that close is definitely a nail-biter regardless of who is on the receiving end of it. And Coyotes Blue almost had it there, but it was that explosive push from the Llamas just coming through with 2 power clams, and Albie also running someone over with the vanilla ink brush. You'd love to see these moments on stream here, Cygnus.
Yeah, there's just so much chaos going on. It was hard to truly believe what was even happening. It's like I was last night hanging out with my friends playing blindfolded Mario Kart. Sometimes you can't tell what's happening, you just hope for the best.
Oh man, man, you know what? Something similar to Mario Kart. We just gotta strap in because it's gonna be a wild ride, blindfolded or not. There's gonna be bananas on our path here, and I think the next banana in our path is gonna be Splat Zone's Robo Ramen here. Let's see how these teams are gonna be able to slip and not peel out with these bananas on the court.
Yeah, definitely. And I think map awareness is going to be key here with Ramen having those multiple flank routes options. It's definitely a much more open map with a wider variety of approaches than we've seen from like Undertow Spillway and Museum D'Alfonsino so far. And this match is going to be, I think, just a key tide turner here as both teams have taken a game so far. It's 1-1. They've both been very impressive, and the Llamas are looking to just really take momentum and steal this Game 3 away from Coyotes Blue in a mode that, so far, Coyotes Blue has been doing very well on overall this season.
Yeah, Coyotes Blue have been doing really well this season. Llamas had a little bit more of a rough entry point making it into playoff, but regardless, they are here and ready to show why they deserve the crown here at the end of Division 6 here. It seems like similar comps are going to be coming back from both these teams here, and it's going to be a brush duel again, but this time, instead of the vanilla Octobrush, it's going to be the Octobrush Nouveau coming out from Delphox right here, Cygnus.
Yeah, and speaking of what I was saying earlier, with map awareness, with the different routes on this map, Llamas are also going to want to even doubly have good map awareness to keep an eye on any pesky beacons that might be placed by the Octobrush Nouveau.
Oh yeah, 100%. Beacons is going to be a name of the game here, but Beacons can only be good if you're able to push in here, and Delphox is all the way on this side of the map here, trying to push up here, gonna go through zone, looking for these picks right now. They are managing to cap the zone here, but it seems like now Llamas is going to be the one on defense here, and manages to get a pick with the rain?
Wow. There's been something with the positioning, as you're seeing, Dead Like Me is trying to take control back with that crab tank, but it goes down to the shot from Delphox.
Oh man,
he's just being sneaky all over the place here.
Yeah. Man, but Allie is going to try to be just as sneaky here, going into this little bunker area, right? Looking for an opportunity to just rotate it around, perhaps catch that Octobrush off guard right now, and it just seems like they're going to throw a Splat Bomb and cash out on this value here, and they're not going to be able to jump out, though.
Ooh, yeah, they did get picked, they weren't able to jump out, but with that bomb pick, they were able to force a member of Coyotes Blue into the respawn, and they put a couple of members into respawn. Not that really matters, but just we see Brian getting the double with the Trizuka here, and getting the pick onto the Trizuka coming from the side of Llamas as well.
Oh my god.
That play was just massive.
Insane. Brian's, I think, might be the person that owns Brian Water Springs at this point, because surely he must be a rich person here from all the value he is getting from all these Zuka lottery shots, as well as the picks from using the dodge rolls here. And right now, it just seems like Brian's and Delphox are just going to hold down this zone, prevent Llamas from moving in here. Raze is going to try and do something here, push out Delphox, but hey, they're getting crossfired right now, and they are marked. It's a very difficult situation, but they managed to jump out just in time here. Dead Like Me is trying to get onto the zone here. The Crab Tank is live, but Delphox is ready, but not ready for the dodge roll there. It seems like the zone's going to be contested one more time here, Cygnus.
Wow, Coyotes Blue had a great amount of control, getting it down to 11 points, but the Llamas are the ones in control now, and if they can protect the zone really well, their penalty has just expired. You never know what can happen here, as we saw in Game 2. We're seeing some Zukas firing off, and Coyotes Blue are looking to take control back of the map, and they do, but they do have a big penalty to work through, so here it really depends on how fast Llamas can manage to get a retake.
Yeah, definitely, but I think the biggest problem, or the pain for Llamas, is just keeping this map control, right? Because it always just seems like every time they capture zone, it's just they're not going to be able to hold it for too long here, because it seems like Coyotes Blue just has a better game plan or better specials ready to just take over zone here, but hey, the penalty points are over, but Llamas is going to go 2 down here, and the zone's going to be capped here once again here, Cygnus.
Yep. Yeah, I feel that in general, even though they're moving fast-paced, Coyotes Blue has been benefiting a lot from being the more patient team. You see the Llamas rushing to take a recap as quickly as possible and move out, whereas Coyotes Blue have been more content to build up their specials, use them together, and make the opportunistic plays to take it at the right times to have a prolonged control that way.
Yeah, 100%. And prolonged control they will have with that wipe out there on Coyotes Blue here. Llamas is finally going to be able to push up here and look for an opportunity to go in. The Ink Brush is marked here, but hey, they don't care. They're ready to move in here. The Zuka is coming out here, and Albi is doing everything in their power to just get as much attention as possible. Keep them away from zone. Being able to quickly get in, get out, get back in here. Hey, bob and weave, simple as that here. And hey, that might have bought enough time here for Coyotes not to be able to focus on zone here, and this might be an opportunity for Llamas to do it, but no! Multiple members from Llama are going to go down here, and the zone is going to be recaptured here by Coyotes Blue.
That was a really big moment after Albi almost just turned the game around with that flank and skirmishing just enough to distract Coyotes Blue that Llamas was able to get it all the way down to 20, but Coyotes were able to maintain things just enough to keep control of it back.
Yeah, 20 seconds is left on this clock. Grimes is ready to rock and roll. Doesn't care if his super jump marker is spotted by the Ink Brush. They will dodge out of the way. They will hold the zone, and they will take this game 3 on Slat Zone's Robo Ramen. What a game, Cygnus.
Wow, there were like 3 or 4 different moments in that game where I was convinced one of the teams was going to win, and then I ended up completely second-guessing myself a few moments later.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's a combination of just how these two teams interacted off each other, right? I always feel like Llamas, when they get control, they really do get control. And they just need that one good setup to be able to push the points on the zone, while Coyotes Blue is more consistent at capturing the zone as well as just picking off the multiple members there. And you know what, Cygnus? This might be the perfect time to look at some of these keys to victory from both these teams right here. As we see here, Llamas has quite the number of keys to victory, while Coyotes Blue is currently unknown. But focusing on Llama's keys to victories here, they have play fast and aggressive when you can and take advantage and run with it, which you clearly saw in that Slat Zone's Robo.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, they were Llamas definitely played very aggressive, just taking captures wherever they can and just moving up, trying to defend the zone, which I definitely find that focus on aggression interesting when you look at their second key, where whenever they're in a disadvantage, they want to play a lot more patiently, which I really like that they have this as one of their keys to victory, as in general, one of the keys to winning in Splatoon 3 is to be patient enough to make those moments that you do capture opportunistic, even if it even if it isn't quite as often as your opponent does. If you get it in better situations, you can hold it for longer.
Oh yeah, 100% agree. You know, once in disadvantage, the most important thing in Splatoon 3, right, is to slowly come up with a game plan and a way to get your team back in to be able to push them out together, right? How do I say, if you take a lot of selfish fights, right, and just try and go in, right, when you're already in disadvantage, you run the risk of making that disadvantage stay even worse, right? And something I want to just point out here is this last keys to victory, enabling your teammates to make 1v1s into 2v1s here. You know, everyone loves it, you know, turning that coin flip 50-50, skewed in your favor with another teammate helping you out in those fights here. But let's see if they're going to be able to apply it here on Manta Maria here. And I think, wait, is that a different weapon there from the llamas? No, wait, no, it's the same comp here. I am imagining.
The llamas are running the same comp, yeah.
Okay, good to know. Good to know. Give me that good old reality check that we'd love to have. Here. It is only 9 p.m. US yeah, for me. So let's see how long my sanity will last if it'll survive this entire set.
Yeah, and on the side of Coyotes Blue, we are seeing them going back to that vanilla jet sculpture with the ink vacuum for maintaining control of the tower. Definitely, but it's llamas who are taking the tower first, with Raze using his squeezer to ride the tower, get it a bit up, and then wisely moving back and just controlling it area.
Yeah, definitely. Seems like it's going to be llamas here, clicking a lot of specials here, but no, Ketchup out here, going to be getting rid of all this mustard yellow paint, and just getting rid of those teams with the Zuka here, and just going up right now. The condiments are put down, and Ketchup is ready to pick up.
Yeah, as we see Coyotes Blue getting to that first checkpoint, defending it well, running their splatter shot on the tower, getting back and just defending it with the Zuka, playing patient enough to let the opponent try to take the tower, but getting the pick on them and getting back on that tower to maintain, which is a big reason why Coyotes Blue has taken the lead right here.
Yeah, definitely. Sunday on this Jet Sculpture, cutting down multiple members at his distance here. Pick. The Jet Sculpture doesn't do too much damage, but it certainly does add up and is able to secure it. The Vacuum is online. They're riding the second checkpoint and is going to be able to click multiple specials to clear through it here. This might be a knockout here, Cygnus, given how nicely favored it is for Coyotes Blue.
Yeah, and the Vacuum shot got a key pick onto Deadlock. Sunday was doing a great job riding until going down, and that just really shows why the Ink Vac might be my personal favorite special in Splatoon 3. It's definitely more situational than other specials, but it just provides just such unique advantages that can be given in these games.
Oh yeah, 100% agree. Ink Vac, one of the more unique specials, definitely, because you don't often see it nowadays, but hey, you're just going to see a lot of these picks coming out here from Raze, getting the Jet Squelcher. Now it's going to be the Coyotes being put on the back foot as 3 members go down, and 3 members are going to be living here from the Llamas. They are marked here. The Crab Tank is popped on tower here. We're going to see how far they're going to be able to ride this through, but it seems like this Octobrush and Delphox is going to be trading out the teammates here. It doesn't seem like Llamas have the ability to push through that bunker as effectively as the Coyotes did previously.
Yeah, that trade was definitely a very advantageous one for Coyotes Blue. You take out someone in your special, you already have the lead. The other team was starting to push the tower a bit, but it stops their momentum. If you're going to take a trade, that's one you would take any day.
Oh yeah, 100%. And Brian is consistently marking that brush here, making them consistently back.
Wow.
Albie cannot find a good opening here, and that's exactly what Inkbrush wants here. There's a brush roulette happens on top. Albie comes out on top, coming through these grates here, looking for an opportunity to get Ketchup, sharking behind this tower cleverly, but no, wait, are they going to be able? They do get it here, Cygnus. Albie is popping off here, looking to keep this momentum up here with the little bit of range they have left here. They are going to be living with the help from their teammates on this Crab Tank.
Yeah, and the Coyotes Blue are respawning now, and Dead Like Me is gonna get a very key pick there with the tower situated squarely in mid.
Yeah, and it's going to be Brian's here, just jump scaring anyone who tries to ride tower here. Llamas cannot ride this tower for more than 2 seconds with Brian's watching this thing, but hey, that's what Dead Like Me recognized right there. Hey, if the Gluga Deco is going to be a problem, we got to take him out here ASAP here, and now it's going to just put them into a little bit of a dicey situation as the Coyotes Blue is already going to be in position on this bunker, on these grates here, ready to set up another push here, and they're going to be able to contest all the members of Llamas as they push this tower here. Albie Wait is coming up behind, not going to be able to do anything else here, and Brian has the Zuka. It's not looking good for Llamas here, Sickness.
Yeah, wow, I really thought Albie was going to get the pick from behind on Sunday's vacuum, which could have been big, but Albie went down right before being able to, and the Jets Culture was just barely able to survive. But the Llamas are still in control. They have cooler now. They're moving up and taking fights while moving the tower up as the timer winds down in one last bid to try to take this lead.
Yeah, definitely. It just seems like it's going to be a collapse on that tower here, and Coyotes Blue is going to secure game number 4 in their name here very convincingly. That push that broke through the second checkpoint certainly set the tone for that game. It just felt like Coyotes Blue was in control and in the driver's seat like it's a game of Mario Kart.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, Coyotes Blue just raced ahead on their way to the finish line, and once they broke that second check, they were very comfortable to sit back and only advance the tower when they felt that it either would have made a difference or they needed to. Otherwise, they were able to wait and pounce on the tower, like we said.
Yeah, definitely. And currently, Coyotes Blue being up 3-1 here. Remember, Sickness, this is a best of 9 set because we are in playoffs. We are outside of this group stage here, so there are a lot more matches to be played here. Llamas can still come from behind and sneak up and even out the score here, right? When you start to get to these game 5 or situations, you know, even though if you are down 1, you've seen like the potential Llamas had, especially with some of their more explosive pushes. They just need to be able to keep the momentum, right, and do those keys to victories that we saw previously.
Definitely, yeah, and looking at how Game 5 is going to be Rainmaker on Humpback Pump Track, I'm very interested to see Llamas doing this. As we're seeing in the stats section here on our sheet, the Llamas' best mode so far has been Rainmaker, and on this map with all these humps in particular, I'm very interested to see their hump get to work. Just seeing the brush using the humps, getting good spot bump hits, seeing the squeezer setting up walls in right spots. I think the Llamas comp is very well tuned for this map, and I'm very interested to see how it plays out.
Yeah, okay. You know what? I'm gonna be a little bit of a contrarian here. You know, I'm gonna pull out the actually glasses, right? And I'm gonna say Coyotes Blue also has just as much of an advantage, if not a better advantage, given their comps here. If they pull out that Ink Vac or that Ink Storm, right, they are gonna be able to stall for so long in the game of Humpback here. But we'll see how.
Very good point.
How this turns out here. We're getting into game number 5. I'm still alive. These teams are still alive. This is still anyone's game here as we get into it. But that's an end try coming out from Albie instead of the ink brush here. Okay.
Interesting. Yeah, I mean, I was talking about the ink brush working on these humps, but honestly, a tri-slasher probably works even better. I mean, just getting those angles, having that fast 2-shot kill, and of course, providing that also important tactical access as well.
Yeah, definitely. I could definitely agree with the end try pick. It's a very strong one. If there was a gospel for Splatoon, it is thou shalt pick end try on Humpback. It is a very strong weapon on this map mode combination here, as they're already able to secure the first checkpoint here, as Coyotes Blue has to pop this, get mid control, and they do have 2 Zukas here, but hey, it's a matter of those Zukas are going to be able to find these picks here. One comes out here, ka-ching, catch one more, but not going to be able to find any, and right now, it seems like Coyotes Blue is struggling to be able to go forward here, and I think it was the Squeezer diving onto the Rainmaker to keep it there, and Coyotes Blue is forced to back up here.
Wow, just a very interesting turn of events, but llamas aren't letting up yet with this crab tank. In spite of the rain being on it, the crab does go down, and Coyotes Blue are quickly moving this Rainmaker up. They have the vacuum at the ready, they're approaching the checkpoint, but no, they're barely not going to be able to take it as they go down in a wipeout at the hands of the llamas.
Yeah, Llama's doing a great job wiping it out, keeping this checkpoint here, getting these jumps in here. Albie is going to be able to pop that Rainmaker, take it already, taking it outside there. Doesn't need the cooler here, you know, we just say, screw it, we run with this Rainmaker, we have the lead, the checkpoint's down, and hey, if you get another pick with the Rainmaker, that is extra icing on that ketchup there, I guess, but hey, ketchup is going to go down there, unfortunately.
Yeah, they go down, and so does the crab tank, and llamas are now suddenly 3 down. Coyotes Blue have an Azuka and a vacuum at the ready, being well positioned. It looks like they're going to be targeting the right checkpoint this time.
Yeah, it seems like this, but 2 members of Coyotes are going to be able to take off 2 members of Llamas right here. And just quickly, Albie is looking for an opportunity to get in here, but is rather isolated. But no, it's going to be raised on the squeezer right here, keeping this checkpoint alive here for dear life.
Yeah, again, just showcasing with the always slightly surprising range of the squeezer and the chaos that it can cause on this map. Just both teams are down a player. We're going 3v3 as the Rainmaker resets into mid, being either's for the taking, as we see Delphox trying to flank here on the right, but getting caught by Dead Like Me.
Damn, Dead Like Me wants everyone to be dead like them. So, hey, you know what? This is what a dualies needs to do. Get those picks, push it up, pop that crab here, and kick up the Rainmaker occasionally. Maybe that's also the gospel. I need to reread that one, but I'm pretty sure that's the proverb on the end try. I'll pick on Humpback is still intact.
Yeah, definitely. Although the llamas have wiped out, and with Delphox leading the charge, Coyotes Blue are taking a lot of space. They have the vacuum set up as they're trying to get that checkpoint, but Dead Like Me once again gets around the side. And Coyotes Blue are the ones who are wiped. Just seeing wipeouts all over in this game.
Oh man, you get a wipeout, I get a wipeout. That's the game we're going to be playing here tonight, Cygnus. And this is certainly more favored towards Llamas here, as Albie picks up this Rainmaker, tries to shift it on the right side here, shifting this frame of battle to the right-hand side, making it more favorable if Llama's able to get some, and they get 3 down here. It's going to be Albie running it forward here. This is the moment you need on Humpback here, but no, it's going to be Azuka shutting it down at 23 from Brian's all the way down low and jumping out. Yeah. Beautiful defense here from Coyote.
Wow. Yeah, just an excellent shot by Brian's from an unexpected location for that Zuka to coming from being further ahead in the map and pretty much turning behind him, getting that like near 90-degree angle to take that pick as Ketchup tries going in, but once again gets stopped at the right checkpoint. Llamas are doing a very good job defending it, but Delphox is still here, and Llamas just don't have quite as many bodies up as they'd probably like. And Coyotes Blue does finally crucially get through that checkpoint.
Yep, okay, this is the perfect opportunity to stall with the squeezer wall here, but you're not going to be able to protect yourself if you expose yourself outside of the wall here. And Ketchup is fully aware of that and ready to go in here and shut down any members of Llamas that are trying to stop this Rainmaker push.
Yeah, the Dead Like Me does have the crab up, allowing him to survive for just a little bit longer, and Llamas do have the cooler as Dead Like Me is rushing down the Rainmaker, but it is guarded very well. Sunday is moving in with the Rainmaker, going up. Oh my goodness.
1 point, Cygnus. I will reiterate that. 1 point decided it there. Llamas got that pick at just the right time, right before that point threshold was crossed here. They are still in this one, taking game number 5 here, bringing this to a game number 6. Unbelievable.
Wow. If only you could see my face there, because my jaw just dropped seeing that. I thought Coyotes Blue were about to swing it around with that push, but they got stopped just barely in time, and the Llamas have their second win on board and we are at a minimum getting 2 more games to be played in the set, which has been very back and forth and exciting thus far.
Yeah, definitely. And this has definitely got to be a little bit of a mental blow to Coyotes, right? Sitting in that driver's seat, as we were talking about previously, being up 3-1 and just being absolutely out of control on Rainmaker, right? We did see in the stats that Llamas is very dominant on Rainmaker, right? And that clearly did show on Rainmaker Humpback just how many wipeouts they got, how good their defense was, and how great that push was initially. And just being able to secure just the right amount of space to play and know exactly when to kill that Rainmaker just in time to prevent the lead swap is going to lead them to take that victory in game number 5 here. But hey, there's still more games, Cygnus. We're getting 2 minimum, as you said before, and the next one's going to be Clam Blitz, Barnacle, and Dime.
Yeah, this one's, I think, definitely going to be just like who could control the most space, and more so than others, because the space, I feel, is going to be a lot more limited on this map in terms of good areas to make an approach from and score. Once again, I think both teams are going to try to be a bit on the patient side, maintain good clam economies, and then wait to try to get someone to like sneak in, either to just rush through and score, or see if they could get a sneaky jump set up coming in here.
Yeah, definitely. You have to find a way to sneak up and get those clams in, as we saw that last game here. But hey, Barnacle, Dime here. I don't know about you, Cygnus. I think I can make that Tetris block shape just using 2 of my fingers right here. I'm not sure. I'm not looking at any blocks like we saw in Museum here. So I think this is going to be more skewed towards the Coyotes here, because, you know, it's going to be one clean line of sight. They have to watch you and just have to play a little bit more defense every time Llamas wants to push. And Llamas typically, right, they just need that one explosive momentum right here, and Coyotes have typically done a really good job on defense, right? So it's just a matter of how that pendulum is going to swing. Is it going to swing towards Llamas or towards the Coyotes? I have never done any hypnosis on either of those animals, so I cannot say how effective it's going to be.
I can confirm that I have not done hypnosis on either of those animals either. but I do think it'll be interesting to see if Coyotes Blue, I think, like you said, on this map, having seen these two teams going at it through this game, I think this definitely does fit Coyotes Blues playstyle of just maintaining constant pressure. They're definitely going to want to keep Llamas on the back foot, because if the Llamas can find that opening to get that really explosive push, as you said, that will be very tide turning. So I think it's just a matter on how consistently can Coyotes Blue keep that pressure going.
Yeah, definitely. And momentum is everything on this Barnacle and Dime map here. We are locking in here. I'm pretty sure someone subbed out on Llamas, I believe, or was it on Coyotes here? Actually, wait. Okay, no substitution.
No, these are the same players.
Same players. Okay, so I don't know what was going on in that lobby there, but hey, we're going to be seeing the same members, same weapons, rinse and repeat, new weapons, new map. Let's see how these two teams are going to be able to rock out here on Barnacle.
Yeah, and like the previous claim match, I'm seeing Coyotes Blue are shifting back to the vanilla Octave Rush with a Zipcaster, but also interestingly, they are keeping that rain on their team with them moving over to the custom Jet Sculpture instead of the vanilla kit.
Yeah, the custom Jet Sculpture is definitely one of those weapons that's really good at holding space and preventing people from moving up here. Long range, toxic misses there to hold choke points, but hey, you know what? Now this is the confidence they have. 3 members are marked, but the only one who isn't marked is Albie, who is moving up here, managing to find a pick with the killer whale here, looking for one more, and just barely able to get out of this fracas and just live and get the wipeout. Unbelievable pressure signals.
Incredible. Yeah, if you're going to have one player on the other team not being marked, Albie is the person you want marked the most. With that brush, they are very good and effective at just going in, getting those flanks, and just causing a big disturbance behind enemy lines there. As we see the Llamas push that advantage into taking the first score of this game, getting up to down to 68 points remaining on their score.
Yeah, definitely. Albie is definitely the MVP for the Llamas there, taking that flank route. But hey, it's going to be the Zukas being popped here. Both sides, multiple members are going down here. Bryans is going to shark here. We're going to see how they're going to be able to approach the situation here, as the members of Llamas is going to come out here. Let's see if they get a face full of dodge roll, which they do here. Bryans is ready to deliver.
I was a bit worried that Superjump might have come a bit too early and given Bryans' position away, but he was is able to just execute the dodge roll so well, getting another couple picks here too before finally going down. They're just players down on both sides.
Yeah, definitely. Hey, this ain't Briar or Spings, but hey, it's shaped like in a similar vein here, but hey, it's going to be really interesting to see how the Coyotes is going to take this advantage that Brian was able to create here, but no, Albie has something to say about it, but not going to be able to say much for too long here. The crab gets popped here, and Delphox slowly looking for an opportunity to get in here, and it seems like Sunday is looking to push the agenda here, but just can't find the pressure they need to do so.
Yeah, Coyotes Blue have definitely been struggling so far to break the defensive wall that the Llamas have been setting up after getting the scoring. Dead Like Me used that crab very well to maintain, and then was able to back up just in time as they switched to defending with the Snipe Rider, just keeping at least one long range shot, just threatening with whoever of Coyotes Blues come in mid has been a very big thing I've been noticing from Llamas so far.
Yeah, Raze is going to smartly take this power clamp out. You know, the passive special charge while holding onto a power clamp is pretty nice here. But I'm going to just say this right now. It's not looking good for Llamas here. They need their platform back with 2 power clamps online here. Zipcaster's pop here, but it's going to be Raze. Ka-ching, ka-ching, ka-ching. Getting 2 picks. 3 members are going down here. That is beautiful defense if I have ever seen any, Cygnus.
Yes, definitely. That was very big. Though Brian was able to escape, but the Llamas are definitely back in control further on. We're seeing the killer whale being popped by Albie. The cooler's out. They're moving very, very well so far.
Yeah, definitely, especially with these bomb placements, being able to pick them off here. Albie is just being a constant nuisance. They don't care. They have a ball, and they are constantly marked on the map. They're able to move so fast, using the Ink Brush's speed to their advantage here, and just being able to run in just perfectly fine, seeing 2 members on top left, but not going to be able to score there.
Yeah, again, we're just seeing that tenacious defense coming from Llamas. Wherever the Coyotes Blue are pushing, the Llamas have had someone consistently in place ready to counter them. Again, very similar to what we saw last game on Humpback Pump Track as well, when they defended the side checkpoint really well as well.
Yeah, definitely. The defense of Llamas is not to be underestimated. Coyotes Blue has not been able to find an opening right here, but this might be the opening in, but Raze is just barely gonna hold on for dear life, taking out that Octobrush. Bryans comes out of nowhere, getting the dodge roll jump scare, a classic, a classic at this point here as we come from Coyotes Blue here, as 2 specials are popped right now, and it seems like Llamas needs to hold this defense here, otherwise we might be seeing a lead swap.
Yeah, this will be big, especially, I mean, just 2 power clamps being in flips it completely. That's the first one in, and even just 1 more power clamp will flip it. No. It is overtime.
Wait, Sunday?
Oh,
wait.
No!
Okay.
Oh
guys,
my goodness.
Okay, I'm looking at my calendar right now, Cygnus. It is not Sunday. It is Saturday. It is their day to shine regardless of the day of the week here, as they are managing to sneak in those last few clams here and give Coyotes that last second push to take the lead there. Game 6 goes to Coyotes Blue here, being up 4-2. Oh man, Cygnus, my breath was lost there when I saw the Octobrush was in Zipcaster and was holding on to 2 clams. I'm like, oh, they're not going to be able to score because they're going to have to recall first and then be able to get it. And that would be a perfect opportunity for Llamas to punish. But no, Sunday is going to make off like it's Monday and just take those power clams in and take that lead right underneath Llamas' noses.
Definitely. I mean, Sunday just must be in a different time zone than the rest of us because he's in the future. It's Sunday already for Coyotes Blue. That was just amazing. I just love seeing the backline just getting so aggressive and involved. And in the play where it comes down to just a matter of seconds, that was just so crucial in barely managing to turn the tide and get Coyotes Blue into a 4-2 position, where if they win this Splat Zones game on Ship-Shape Cargo Co., which the stats do say that Splat Zones is their best mode, they are 1 game away from advancing to the semifinals.
Yeah, definitely, Cygnus. Yeah, from Llamas, you gotta stay strong here, right? The mental is very important right here. Hey, that one incident happened and they just barely pushed it. Oh well, we were in control 99% of that game and our defense was unbreakable at those points here. And they were able to play both aggressively and defensively as necessary, right? It just slipped in that last few seconds there. So let's see how that translates over to splat zones, right? Because it feels like whoever gets control of mid and is more dominant of the mid control and the paint control is going to be the one to run away with the splat zone game here, Cygnus.
Definitely, yeah, more so than just mid. Getting those two sides on mid is going to be just so important, as players are going to have to constantly be wary of if someone is on the opposing side before you go onto yours, not running to just run into that trap of just trying to take the high ground and just getting shot down from an opponent who's already on one of the high grounds.
Yeah, definitely. High ground is going to be very important on this map, right? Especially if you can get Sundays get set up there in that little bit of a perch there. I don't know. Maybe they're having some fun on that perch, like it's Sunday every day. But hey, I can't be one to confirm that the results of this game are going to be the break-all-be-all for Coyotes Blue, whether or not they're going to be able to secure their way into the semifinals. It is match point here, Cygnus. Do or die for Llamas. Live and laugh for Coyotes.
Yeah, as I'm very interested seeing Coyotes Blue. As expected, they're switching back to the Active Rush Nouveau, but they're also sticking with the custom jet sculpture, doubling down on the rain. They're double rain and double Zuka, opting to focus on as much space control as possible from this comp.
Yeah, definitely. Comparing this to Llama's comp, which is more about the Snipe Rider and the cooler output, right? This is something very interesting I should have pointed out earlier, is Coyotes does not have a cooler of their own, but hey, coolerless comps does not mean anything when you're just as good as taking space and holding that space effectively right now. And it seems like Coyotes is going to be the one to find these picks here, get control of the zone here, paint over it, penalty points for Llamas, and this is going to be where they start to take control, Cygnus.
Yeah, definitely. And we're seeing Sunday getting that key pick, high point to high point, then taking advantage, shooting onto the ground low. That is a wipeout. Llamas are already on the back foot after having established a 66-point lead, which is quickly in danger. In fact, going away right now. We're seeing Dead Like Me popping the crab tank, trying to get some sort of retake going on. Is managing to get the pick onto Sunday, and we'll see how the Llamas respond to that key change in momentum triggered by Coyotes Blue.
Yeah, definitely. Llamas needs to get the cap on the zone here, right? And be able to just push in here, but Did Like Me got a little too hasty up there and fell right into Del Fox's Octobrush right there. And right now, it just seems to be a little bit of a odd situation that Coyotes need, because they can't quite take control of the zone here, as there's multiple members of Coyotes threatening here, especially Albi, who is going to sneak up, take out their brush here, show who is the dominant brush player of this set here, and the zone is going to be captured here. Albi causes the distraction, the rest of the team paints the zone here. It is a textbook example of in-clutch gameplay.
Yeah, definitely. Although Delphox is the one getting the pick on his brush enemy before going down point blank to the crab tank. Very interesting to see that. Did Like Me goes in and does manage to get the trade onto Sunday as well. Yeah, as the clock is still ticking down for the Llamas.
Ooh, wait, okay, you know what? Llamas barely got forced out, and Coyotes manages to get the cap there just in time before the lead swaps right now. And this is going to put a lot of pressure on the Llamas to be able to do something here, and Dead Like Me is unfortunately only going to be able to get a trade in a situation where they need numbers, because this penalty points are clicking down here, and the Coyotes are in control and set up.
Yeah, definitely. We're seeing Sunday once again playing very aggressively, jumping back and forth between the high grounds, dodging the crab tank and the Zuka shots, just trying to maintain that position and keep high ground superiority for Coyotes Blue.
Yeah, definitely. Albi is the last one alive here. This zone needs to be capped within these 10 points here. The Earth Paint from the Ink Rush is going to be nice, but not going to be enough here as Coyotes Blue secures the
zone.
Yep, and it's going to be clutching their ticket into the semifinals for Division 6 here. Fantastic job from Coyotes. Congratulations, continuing your playoff run.
Yeah, definitely. Coyotes Blue definitely showed showed how they had such a good record in the regular season. They just had a clicking on all cylinders today. They were able to maintain a lot of pressure, use those ink storms like we were saying earlier to just keep control of the space, get timely picks with the Zukas, and man, I was talking about the Gluga Decos early on, and man, Brian's really made it just such a treat to watch in action.
Yeah, definitely. And it seems like we are going to be doing the CCA tradition of playing all 9 games here. 2 more games, Cygnus. You said 2 was the minimum, not the maximum. So we're going to be seeing how these 2 teams are going to be able to do it. And hey, those games, if they were anything to go by, were nail biters. I checked my nails right now. They are all bitten down to the core right now. And I don't know if I have any more in me or how much more I can leverage to be able for these last 2 games here. But hey, we're going to tower control stewardship here and hopefully know that the set is set in stone, right? This can be a little bit more of a time for the teams to a little bit relax a little bit, or play just as seriously or try something else different.
Yeah, you never know just like what full-on level you can expect to see. We could see just like hilarious meme comps and a lot of funny moments, or we could see the team just really locking in, playing like they have, and playing their hearts out. You never know what you're going to see in these playoff 7s. And I definitely want to talk about how the Llamas have played in the set. And while they did not emerge victorious, dropping 5 games to 2, this very easily could have swung the other way. They played a phenomenal set. I mean, that second Clan Blitz game in general, I felt they were in control of for a majority of the time.
Yeah, definitely. And these tower control games have been more in the favor of Coyotes, right? And I'm curious to see how, if Llamas is going to be able to adapt accordingly here. You know, yeah, getting a little bit of information on, how do I say it? Your opponent here, knowing how they play and knowing how the map mode is also played is definitely something you can use to your advantage, especially with follow-up games here. And it seems like Ketchup is taking their sweet time here, trying to figure out what they want to play here. You know, hey, you know what? Hey, it's been a long night here, Cygnus, and sometimes just picking a weapon might take a little bit more brain power than I think it does.
Yeah, definitely, especially when we're doing the play all 9, we're past the high pressure, high stakes situation of the map. That just opens up a lot more possibilities for like, what do you exactly want to use in this situation?
Yeah, definitely. Wait a second.
Whoa.
Is this the same team, Cygnus?
Definitely seeing a lot more interesting picks. We're seeing a double backline come from the Llamas with that ZNF Splat Charger and the Custom Explosion, plus also a Nautilus coming out from the Llamas as well, and the return of the Tri-Slasher Nouveau.
Oh my goodness here. You know what they say? Screw it, we ball, right? Don't care if it's 2 backlines. We have the space to contest your short line weapons and hopefully be able to put you in their place here. Splashdown is online here, Cygnus. Let's see how these teams are going to be able to play off each other.
Yeah, and right away you saw the Llamas getting a good amount of control early on, just taking space with those double backlines. I don't completely write double backline off as being unviable. I think in the right situations it could be very scary, but their momentum was briefly stalled by the specials pop by Coyotes Blue. But Dead Like Me is just putting on a bit of a show with this Nautilus here.
Yeah, definitely. Coyotes Blue is definitely on this back foot here, struggling to find the answer they had all this set until the comp was changed, and the Jet Sculpture is going to be falling down here, unfortunately, as this tower is just left out to dry, as multiple members of Llama are going to go down here, and it's Coyotes' time to ride this tower here.
Yeah, I definitely like the position that Coyotes Blue was taking there, waiting for the tower to move into mid and just positioning themselves aggressively ahead of there, not falling into that trap of just like escorting the tower along while it moves back to mid, but taking much more of a proactive position.
Yeah, definitely. proactive positions are definitely how you win these games of Platoon here. And currently, Albie is going to be very proactive here, go for that tower, and trying to take and shut down these members here. But hey, it just seems like these trades are always in favor of Coyotes, because with these two slow backline weapons, right, and not being reliant on paint, the only one who's only be able to make something super aggressive happen is Albie. And unfortunately, the Zuka is also the backline weapon that Coyotes blue here, and is going to find that double here and get right back on this tower like nothing ever happened or occurred on that side of the map.
Yeah, definitely. And once again, the Llamas are down 2. Bronze is fighting tower. We're seeing catch up, moving up very aggressively along with Delphox here. Ketchup will go down, but so will Raze, thanks to Delphox. Is Brush Wizardry coming in?
Brush Wizardry, indeed. He's going to be casting some spells here and hopefully do something to magically allow his team to get through this checkpoint here. But I don't know. The magic tricks are just magic tricks here. Brian says, hey, he knows the secrets of the brushed ways and is going to be able to capitalize off this.
The secrets of the brush ways as he's using dualies, doesn't even need to use the brush weapon class to get those secrets out. And that is another knockout coming for Coyotes Blue.
Definitely so. The secrets are out. You don't need an Octo Brush to ride tower, gang. That's what he realized at that very moment. And now they're going to be able to take this friendly play all 9 game number 8 in their favor here. We have one more game for you folks, and we are 100% sure these two teams are going to deliver one way or another.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, every single game in the set so far, all 8 games played, including the friendly, have just been absolute shows to watch. There have been just so many just frantic changes, jaw-dropping moments, 1 point victories, funny comps even, like we saw last game with the double backline.
I don't know. The double backline, that is quite an interesting pick. As you said before, like, you can make it work.
I respect it.
Yeah, you gotta respect
it. Yeah,
it.
definitely respect it.
Yep, I think what was even funnier than the double backline was the double splashdown from the gold Nautilus and the Expo. And you saw the Expo being able to pop it and just destroy, I believe, the Jet Squelcher in the way of the tower there. Unfortunately, it just, they never got enough paint or momentum to be able to get going afterwards, unfortunately. It just felt like Coyotes was able to basically play an Uno reverse card and just keep the momentum for the rest of the game there.
Definitely. Yeah, and like we talked about earlier, that very aggressive positioning, just moving up far, and just taking fights, and crucially, honestly, taking trades ahead of the tower, or like you were saying earlier, Neptune, is just so big because if the defenders get traded, yeah, the attackers are 1 down, but that tower's still moving forward, and that's one less person you have defending. You can afford to do that if you move up far enough.
Yeah, definitely. You can afford a lot of different things, especially in a friendly play all 9 game. You know, the stakes are off. You can just sit back, kick up your feet. Just sit back, relax. You know, have a little bit of fun with your comps here. You know, the stress of CCA is over, and hopefully college soon, because I do know a couple of colleges are going into final season. And good luck to all you college students out there who are still enduring.
Yes, definitely. Good luck.
Good luck here. And hey, in the meantime, grab a snack, grab a drink. It's game number 9 here in the play all 9 between the Llamas and the Coyotes. Who wins this one? It's gonna be all up to here tonight. And these new weapons coming out of Llamas once again.
Yeah, as we're seeing the additions of a Rapid Blaster Deco and a Flingza Roller, just adding an Inkjet and missiles to the mix alongside the double backliners.
Yeah, definitely. I'm curious to see how those two weapons are going to be able to complement the two backlines playstyle, especially when Coyotes Blue is so good at taking space here. Ketchup panning up this right-hand side, slowly juking out these charger shots here, and just looking for an opportunity to get this Zuka online and click it in a way in which they can get a 1, maybe 2, but nah, this time the lottery special is not going to cash out this time around.
Yeah, we're seeing Dead Like Me with the Flingza Roller, trying to get the pick onto Bronze. It ends up being a trade, but the Llamas do take the Rainmaker as that happens, and Raze is pushing up big time, just powering himself through the vacuum. He just does not care about it to take the checkpoint.
Wow! Splashdown, my name is strong. Okay, that is what the philosophy race has decided to subscribe to here. They don't care about the ink back. They don't care about anything. They just care about clicking that splashdown button and inking that Rainmaker all the way to 51 here. Hardly a minute into this match here, Cygnus. That is quite the explosive start that we'd like to see from the Llamas.
Yeah, definitely. And full props to raise there with that. I mean, that might be just the gutsiest Rainmaker play I've ever seen, just powering through the vacuum to the checkpoint like that.
But what's even a crazier play is Brian's Try-Zuka, getting those marks, clicking those Zuka shots, turning the lottery slightly into their favor, and allowing this to go through here. The vacuum is popped from Sunday, like it's Monday, and they're going to move up here and get the lead back just as quickly as Llamas was able to do it just a minute ago.
Yeah, definitely. As much as the Llamas have just such an impressive defense and a really strong Rainmaker game, the Coyotes Blue, just in general, throughout all 9 of these games, we've seen just flipping the momentum and getting good counter pushes is something that this team is so good at.
Yeah, definitely, right? And they're able to contest space a lot more easily, having these longer range weapons. You are able to poke a little bit more at a distance. Explo paints a lot, enabling the Rapid Blaster and the Flings that move up within that extra paint here. They just got to be careful of this, but the Super Jump comes in here. They're going to click that splash down here. Not going to find anyone here. Good attempt for Raze, but it's not going to be quite what they're looking for here, unfortunately.
Yeah, definitely. And Ketchup is fighting this Inkjet coming in from Albi. Managed to survive enough to be able to camp the recall effectively, too.
Yeah, definitely. Ketchup doing a great job stuffing out that Inkjet here and catching the recall as well here. They're going to pick the Saizuka here. Get that Expo right now. It's going to be 2 downs from Llamas right here. And this Missiles here is going to prevent them from moving up as quickly as they want to here. And Flames is already back on that ramp here, playing that defensive game here, but not going to be able to do much without any paint to move up here.
Yeah, Dead Like Me played that really well, moving and following those missiles from advantageous ground, but unfortunately just got outnumbered from multiple sides.
Yeah, definitely. Currently, it's going to be a Coyotes Blue. Figure out who wants to take the Rainmaker. I don't know. It's like a game of hot potato. Not sure who's going to end up with it. But hey, Ketchup is going to be the one at the end of the day picking this up. Gonna try and run in with this vacuum here. Get the pick on the Explode. They run it forward. I don't think they're going to be able to get too many points here, but I'll be on this Rapid Deco Pro. Not the Pro one. The regular Rapid Deco. Okay. They're going to be able to move up here and put quite a lot of pressure with just how quickly those burst shots are coming out of this blaster here. And then Inkjet gets hopped out here. Will they be able to get any value out of this?
Ooh. Just the Inkjet cancel. Just a cancel there. Just Raze just. Deleting a player. Coyotes Blue are maintaining their lead as of now in the final minute. Yeah. But it is a Llama trying to regroup, finding themselves.
Yeah, definitely. It is going to be the Llamas trying to regroup themselves, but 3 are down here. 30 seconds are left here, Cygnus. This is going to be a crack shoot for Llama as Delphox is going to be holding this Rainmaker. Looking for opportunity to go in here. Going to be protected by Sunday's vacuum once again here. It's I guess Sunday is the day of the week where all the vac shots are free and the wipeout happens here. Coyotes is going to knock this one out, but just not quite yet. One last push here from the Llamas. Last minute push here. We gotta see if they're gonna be able to hold this. They get this pop. They're looking for these members who are all over their spawn here, and Bryans is looking for this as well, but doesn't. Dead Like Me clicks these missiles, pushes them back further here. One last Hail Mary push from the Llamas here. Oh, but it's not gonna be enough there, Cygnus. That was...
Came so close. Wow.
Wow, okay. You know what? Good job to both teams. You know what? Regardless of the match outcome, you put on quite an amazing show and shown your prowess and why you're here in playoffs. fantastic job to Llamas, and especially a great job to Coyotes Blue. We're going to be moving on to semifinals, but Cygnus, unfortunately, I cannot be here all night here. There are other matches and other games to stream here, and before we go, where could the fine people on twitch.tv, actually no wait, youtube.com find you?
Right. Yeah, you can find me both on Twitter and in Discord. I'm in the CCA server and a lot of other general Splatoon servers. You can find me at CygnusX1018.
Yeah, definitely.
On there, and you can also find me on Twitter, also at CygnusX1018. How about you, Neptune? Where can the people find you?
You can find me in the stream as live voice chat, because that's currently where I am right now. I'm taking Falco's spot here temporarily.
What? Me too?
Oh wait, you too? Yep. Damn. Okay, I did not realize that. All right. You know what? This is a really interesting game, and thank you guys for tuning in into our YouTube stream here. Coming up on CCA Twitch here, I'm going to check my little notes here and see what matches are going to be coming up here. I believe you guys are going to be having Long Beach Black versus UNM Esports coming up at 10:30 ET. In the meantime, you can enjoy Goomies versus Bash from Purdue as well. So it's going to be VCU versus Purdue over there. So please tune into the Twitch channel. We still have a lot more Splatoon action for you. It is a quadruple header heading there tonight. Thank you guys so much for watching. Fantastic job to Coyotes winning 5-2 over NCCS Llamas. And we'll see you guys next time.
Yes, thank you and goodbye.